Good morning.
Good morning.
I can put it on because we're just leaving Northern General Hospital. So I can turn my camera on now. It's Tuesday and it's 22 minutes past 9. Bringing loved ones into care. And it's myself and
David
Emmingham. So good morning everybody. I've only just got back last night from, had a lovely weekend, long weekend in Whitby. Brilliant place, love it. And today, Mr. Emmingham's going away. Well, he's going away in the morning. Where are you going, Dave?
Cleethorpes.
If anybody's in sunny old Cleethorpes and they want to go and get a pint with David, he'll be there.
Yeah, might not be so sunny though.
Can't guarantee sun, but he'll be there.
Can't guarantee pint either.
No, there's no guarantee on that pint. Well, apparently, you all saw that we put on that we were showing you me being brought into care on YouTube, because lots of people had asked us to show more stuff like that. But there's been a funeral director ranting about it, apparently, on YouTube. Somebody's commented on that post that he's been sat ranting and raving about what we'd put on. They haven't named him yet, but they are gonna name this funeral. He might not even be a funeral director. He might just work for a funeral director. He might be a driver bearer or a conductor. Because a lot of people say, oh, I'm a funeral director. Well, you're not. The funeral director is the person who owns the company. That is the funeral director. If he conducts at funerals, then he's a conductor. He might be a funeral operative. He might be a driver bearer. But we'll find out who he is and we'll give him a shout out, shall we? Because they are going to put his name on that post. And I can't understand what his problem is. Can you, Dave?
I can't now.
Now. Unless he might not have got a fleet of cars like ours. New cars. Brand new cars. If he's a funeral director, he might not have got a new ambulance. He might have bought one off somebody else that's about 15-year-old. I don't know what his problem is, but whatever his problem is, don't mouth off on Facebook and social media. You know, just ring me up, speak to me, because whoever you work for or if you work for yourself, we'll be naming you and we'll have a rundown about your company on this channel. Find out what your problem is. How's that? So we've got a saying at our place: it's fitting or
Fuck off.
I didn't say it, he said it. That's it. Grow up, life's too short to be whinging and moaning. I think the problem is we had 4 families contacted us yesterday who lost loved ones for us to look after, and that's the underlying problem. There's a lot of jealousy. It's a very cutthroat business, funerals. It really is. Massively. I got back this morning and Paula says, oh, you got a phone call yesterday from Sheffield University. It is university, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hallam University, who want me to go to Hallam University on 9th of November and take the hearse and do a talk, show them round one of vehicles, hearse. So we haven't contacted them, although when I put this on, everybody will be saying, oh look, he's contacted Hallam University. No, we haven't contacted them at all. They've contacted us. And it'd be an absolute and utter privilege and an honour to go there and have a chat to the students there. Looking forward to it. I've already put a note in my diary that's where me and David are on 9th of November, because I'm taking him with me if I can. Because they might give us some dinner.
Oh, they might, yeah.
Ah, that's cheered him up. Oh, look at face now. Oh, ho, ho. So yeah, just reading on back of his van, stolen pony. God, you can't believe they'll pinch a pony, can you? What's it said, Dave?
It's that and at Granaside. You know way up.
I
It's a
didn't
crime
know.
at Granaside, and there's that pony. Somebody's nicked it. All the week.
I can't believe it. Large reward for information leading to its reason. I cannot believe them, can they? I really can't. Never mind. Let's hope they get that pony back from Granaside. I'll find some more information out and put that on Facebook actually. So, busy day today. Like I say, it's 27 minutes past 9 now. We're already bringing loved ones into care. I've got arrangements. I am out on one funeral today because I know that family, so I will be attending that funeral, and then I've got more arrangements, and it's a busy old day for us because Dave's off tomorrow. He's going away. He's deserting me. Mind you, I deserted
Oh,
him.
you've just deserted me for a long weekend.
Yeah, long weekend. I didn't. It was his birthday and we had to go, so I had no choice. Yeah, just this industry. Go back to that. It's really cutthroat. Everybody thinks that they're better than everybody else. That's the problem. And it's not actually. There's only one or two funeral directors in Sheffield who are arseholes. There's 27. And most of them are absolutely brilliant. They're absolutely lovely people. And we, the people who own the businesses, actually get on. What you get is your problem starts with employees who think that they're somebody. You know, oh, I'm a funeral director. I work at Co-op. Well, you're not a funeral director if you work at Co-op. You might be a conductor, you might be an arranger, you might be a funeral operative. You're certainly not a funeral director because the directors own the company and the Co-op's owned by shareholders. So says it all, same with Dignity. I'm not saying no against Dignity and Co-op at all, and some of their employees and staff are absolutely fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Some are arseholes. Just like every other profession, you get your good and your bad. It's quite simple. So you've got people who are lovely. You've got such as Paul Keaton, Jamie Knight. You've got Tony Simpson. They're lovely. They're independent. You've got Warwick. They're lovely. They're independent funeral directors. Hear all a shout out there, lads. And it's like you all look out for each other. If one of them needed an help, Eric Ayres. Eric Ayres up at High Green, fantastic. His premises are beautiful. You need a funeral director up that end. Don't go with old Mickey Mouse idiots. Go straight to Eric Ayres. You know, he'll look after you. That company is brilliant. Shout out there for Eric Ayres. How good is that? I'm quite nice, aren't I? Adam and Jason Heath. Another two. Should have said Mr. Adam and Mr. Jason before I said the name. But they'll not mind, because they call me Mick, so that's alright. But they're alright, and we all get on. You get your jealous ones, obviously. You get your ones who've got no cars. You get them that have to hire everything in and they've only got one chapel arrest. You're going to get them who's jealous to death. Been at it years, but all they've ever done is spent money on the sends instead of business. You're going to get jealousy. You get it in every walk of life, don't you? I'm not jealous about anybody. I couldn't care less on who does what or what they do or when they do it or how they do it. We're just happy doing what we do, aren't we, Dave?
We are, yeah.
And every family that comes to us, we're grateful and we give them the best possible service that we can give them. all funeral directors work for best of their families. That's what we all do. We work for our families. But on saying that, we don't only just work for our families, because if a funeral director needs some assistance in any way, we'll help each other. We will help each other, because it's about helping. The entire industry is about helping. So everybody's staring there on bus. So, right. That's enough ranting about this total and utter nutter that's been ranting that I shouldn't have done that, bringing into care. But it had a lot of people comment on it, and a lot of people were interested, and a lot of people says it's given me peace of mind to see how that's done. He's going to hate the next one where I'm being dressed, because you can't dress somebody straight away when you bring somebody into care. You have to let rigor mortis come and go. The rigor mortis sets in more or less straight away after death, and it starts in eyelids and it works its way down body, where body becomes rigid. So it lasts for 36 hours. Halfway through that process, people really are not stiff that you'd have to break bones and all that. It's a load of rubbish, but they are quite stiff, and it's awkward to dress somebody. We wouldn't dream of dressing somebody who's set with rigor mortis. You just leave it and it passes. So rigor mortis comes, starts in eyelids, as I said, works its way down body. 36 hours later, person goes back to how they were. They might be a little bit stiffer, the fingers and things like that could be a bit stiffer, but when you're rubbing cream in and massaging their hands, because we use like a cream, an hand massage and a face massage, it softens it all up again. So that's what Dave's going to show you with me next time, because at the moment I'm in fridge. I've been brought into care.
Yeah, you're still in fridge.
I'm still in fridge at the moment. So my wife Cheryl's going to bring me some cluers, and then Dave can get me dressed and ready. I don't know what I'm having on. I don't want putting in a suit and all that. I'll probably have some jogging bottoms on and a t-shirt, maybe a cardigan or something like that. Just something comfortable. Yeah, I don't want a shirt and tie on. So Dave will dress me and he'll show you me being dressed. And what he does by putting creams on me, he'll not actually use the cream, because some people call it magic cream. It's not. It's not. There's no such thing as magic cream. It doesn't exist. We do use a cream that's called Syngel, and it's an embalming cream. So if there's some discoloration, post-mortem staining, post-mortem staining don't mean that you've had a post-mortem, because post-mortem means death, at death. So what happens if my head were on one side, if he hadn't put me on that head block, all blood would sink to one side of my face and it'd all be red. It's like a staining of blood. So with that, you can use a cream called Syngel cream, which is an embalming cream. It's gentler, let's say, than having to cut and embalm and all that. Although if people do want to be embalmed, we can do. It's not a problem, because we've got a proper theatre. We've got a proper place for it. Not many people today is embalmed. Some funeral companies, big companies, push it. We would recommend embalming. It's £200 or whatever. It's £300. They're recommending it because it's money, basically. If your funeral's within 2 or 3 weeks of somebody dying, there's no need at all. None whatsoever. and I don't know what rest of independents think to me saying that. They might come on and they might agree with me, they might not, but I can't see that it makes a lot of difference anyway. Big companies like it because they can employ an embalmer and earn money. So anyway, how are you, Dave?
I'm alright.
It's off tomorrow.
Off tomorrow.
Deserting me, aren't they, Dave?
I am.
Tell them where that going, Dave.
I'm going to Cleethorpes.
Going to Cleethorpes.
And then come back Thursday.
Coming back Thursday.
And then back at work on Friday.
Having 2 days off.
There's some things I need to get done for end of week, so I need to be back for Friday.
Yep. Yep.
If I'd have had them things to do, I'd have probably had an extra day off and had Friday off, but obviously work has to come first.
How good is that? See, he thinks about people. So, and he's in charge at Moultrie, so there's only him goes in Moultrie. Well, him and obviously Ola and Cheryl goes in occasionally. So, but he's main man. Well, he's on it, man.
Yeah, well, you're waiting fridge at the moment, aren't you? So
Yeah, I'm still in there at the moment. Anyway, we shall get going. I'm on Woodrove Avenue at the moment, just returning back to our premises, and probably get a cup of tea before I get out on my first arrangement. So, thanks for liking our channel. It's crazy, it's just a funeral director's channel and we don't rehearse out, we just put on what we're doing. You don't see me sat behind a desk all the time with a suit on talking about plans. If you want to see that, there's plenty of undertakers does that, plenty, selling stuff. There's no sales on this at all. So, oh, God, bloody pigeon. Even pigeons are hard cases around here, like threatening van. Come on then. Didn't it?
I know. I dare you.
Just stood in the road. Like, come on. So have a good day, everybody. We will catch you all later, and I'll put this on this morning actually. I'll try and get some uploaded for you. Look after yourself, take care, and we can film reversing into our premises, unlike a lot of places we go to where they say you can't have a camera in here because we don't like it. It means we've got to tidy up. We can't have body bags all over the place and rubbish. We're not bothered because ours is just tidy. Right. Dig there at 1 or 2. I'm only kidding. That funeral director that's having a dig at me on social media, just grow up for God's sake. You know what I mean? If he is a funeral director, we'll find out who he is and give him a shout out anyway. And get company that he either owns or works for a shout out as that. Don't be big on social media in a little group. Get out there, put it out there. That's what I think. Don't forget you're messing about with somebody who's got mental health issues. Right, that ain't it, Dave?
It's me and all.
And him and all, two of us. Right, I'm going to turn this off. I'll catch you all later. Ta-ta, Dave.